How to build a Blackgates Sweet Pea 5-inch gauge locomotive. Part 27. Cleaning up the outer wheel rims in the lathe. More degreasing of the wheel castings and painting them using black gloss enamel paint. But first I need to clean up the outer rims at least of the wheel sets. I fitted the first set into the large chuck on my Smart & Brown lathe and supported the outer end with a live centre. This is very important. I have a real big health and safety warning here. Flying round invisibly is the crank pin, and it's so important not to catch your finger on this because serious injury will result. You will notice that I'm folding the piece of wet dry sandpaper into like a pad, and I keep my fingers well away from the rotating parts. It's fairly impossible to clean the centre boss using this method. I think I'll leave that as it is. I'm having to compromise on this rebuild. Remember, it is not a new locomotive, and some of the scratches are quite deep on the wheels. And I'm not too thrilled with the way that the wheel has been keyed onto the axle. It's very messy, but I think it's going to have to stay that way. If you're building a Sweet Pea from scratch, just buying all the castings and parts, then this will not be an issue. I bought this second-hand Sweet Pea locomotive for a reason. Well, two reasons really. One, to show you how to build one, and also to show you how to resurrect a badly made model. On now to the second wheel set, and once again keep folding the wet dry sandpaper into a pad and moving it so I get clean sandpaper against the part at all times. These wheels are never going to look pristine, but they do look slightly better than they did before I started. I soon encountered a problem when I fitted the rear wheels with the large crank pins, because unfortunately the large crank pins fouled the live centre. I have a choice here. I can either clean them manually or I can make a special centre that's long and thin. In the end I cleaned them manually. You can see the size of my 4-jaw self-centering chuck fitted to the Smart & Brown lathe. Once I'd finished using it for spinning the wheel set, I inserted the chuck key and closed the jaws, just for safety's sake. Over now to the workbench, and I'm cleaning up the first crank pin on the front wheel set. I then cleaned most of the rear wheels manually, first of all using 400 grade wet dry sandpaper and finishing off with Scotch-Brite. This was a bit laborious, but the wheels in the end look better than they did before I started. This is a painting jig I made a while back, especially for doing wheel sets, and I'm going to use this to rest the wheels on while I paint them. And the paint I'm going to use is Phoenix Precision Paints Gloss Black. This is really nice paint to use. I think I will only have to give the wheels one coat, but if they don't look right, I'll give them a second one. What is about to follow is the painting of the wheels, which at best is tedious, so I've put some music to it. I can't really say anything over it. The piece of music that I'm using is one I composed a while back, and I dedicate it to my good friend and musician, Alan Wormold, who sadly died recently. All I have to say now is stay safe, stay healthy. Thanks for watching, and I hope you found it useful. please take the time to visit my Mainsteam Models website and click on the section of the website that says Video Playlists. And by doing that, you can find other videos that you may like to watch. And by using the playlists, you can actually watch the videos back to back.